Hello everyone, and welcome to this Therapeutic Thursday. So, how about we talk about labels today? You know, labels can box us in, right? So we think about the label as a mother, as teacher, as friend, as lover, whatever these labels are, as striver, as student, and what that can mean to us. So, we've grown up with these labels: wife, right, housemaker, um, so many different labels, the friendly one, the recluse. So all of these labels, what they can do for us and against us, really, if you look at that, right? So, for example, if we look at teacher and student, all right, so we can have both those labels, but they're quite different. So a lot of times what I suggest to my clients and myself is to really look at what these labels mean to you. Sometimes labels will pull us down. And actually there was, during my shamanic training, there was one of the times we actually went through a ceremony to release our labels, because our labels can hold us in this box and we don't realize, our true self, our higher self, and what we're capable of, because sometimes these labels can just be so constricting, and it doesn't mean just because we can release these labels doesn't mean you're not going to be a mother anymore, or a teacher or student, or any of that. So in releasing labels, it doesn't have to be releasing, again, what you are, because you can be your beautiful true self and have all the qualities of being a wonderful mother, a wonderful friend, all the different things that you are, but it doesn't make you have to stick within the protocols of that label. So that's an important aspect. And one thing that I like to do is look at those labels, and again, it's kind of fun to do, is look at the difference between two. So say okay, teacher student, mother child, or parent child, because you're both, right? If you have kids anyways, and just going between the two, what do they mean to you? How do they balance? How are they similar? And what are the aspects there? What do you enjoy? This can be a journal prompt. This can just be a matter of just sitting and kind of going between, okay, what's the parent? What's the child? And thinking about what those labels mean to you, and allowing things to come up. So I like to allow whatever to come up, right? So instead of having exact prompts, so what does being a parent mean to you? What does being a child mean to you? You can have those as a guide, but let your mind kind of go into whatever direction that it's going to go. Think about, what thoughts come up, and really it's just a matter of opening yourself up. So allowing whatever thoughts or images, any emotions, really anything, and even body too. So a lot of, I'm sure most of you have heard, Vanderkolk has a really good book, The Body Keeps the Score, and it's about trauma, how we store trauma within our body. And that is one of the methods really we use too in therapy sessions, is looking at if a client still has something, they can still feel a body sensation, that means that trauma or whatever we've been working on is not complete. It's still there. So it means, oh, we got to go back in and look and see what's going on. So definitely pay attention to any body sensations that come up when you're going through these type of practices. So again, look at a label. You can look at one, just pulling one, teacher, and just allow yourself to think, what does that mean? What words come up? What emotions? Any body sensations? When you find a body sensation, though, do look into more. Okay, what is this connected to? Of course, the very knowing, okay, when you have something, shoulder pain, like so many of us do, look into that. Really go in. Okay, is it a burden? Is it burdensome? Do you feel overwhelmed? Do you feel like you're carrying the world on your shoulders? How does that relate to being a parent, or whatever you were looking at? And then again, you can also go in and do the opposites and see, how similar, how different. So titles, again, they can help us and they can also not help us. So think about that. Do a little bit of inner work, journaling, or just even meditative type of work for you and see what you get out of it. So again, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week and we'll see you next week.